Okay, this is your handover video for the Petite Premier. There are a couple of different layouts in this one, so we will go around this vehicle here and then we will at the end show you the different options interior wise. So I'm going to start with the driver's side of the vehicle. So the first door we come to is your habitational door. So habitational key will open all the compartments on the outside of the vehicle just to get you inside the van. And just here then you have the step, the button for the step to get in and out of the vehicle. Okay. Second little compartment we come to is your electric hookup. So you will have a cable in the vehicle, and this is where you will plug the cable into and plug into the campsite to get your vehicle charged or run your vehicle off the electric. Last compartment on the driver's side then is the garage. Okay, so unlock. So really good garage space in this vehicle. Again, you'll find your water hose in here and your electric cable. So the back then of this vehicle, reverse camera and your bike rack. So at the moment it's all strapped up. Just undo that and drop it down. So this bike rack is lockable. So there are keys attached to your key ring for the two arms. So just round to the passenger side of the vehicle then, again, slightly smaller door to access the garage compartment of the vehicle. And then this should be your gas locker. So just again, unlock. And in here you'll find your gas. So 2 tanks. These will be filled whenever you get them. You don't need to worry about refilling them on return, okay? So whenever you're traveling, the gas must be switched off. So this does go a little bit against the norm. You turn them clockwise to turn them off and anti-clockwise to turn them on. So off for traveling. Whenever you do get parked up, wherever you're staying, open your gas locker and switch both your tanks on. Just means if one was running low and it ran out, it'll automatically piggyback off the second one. If you are somewhere and you do find you need to refill, that is where you would do it, at a gas low station, okay? It's just a case of plugging in and pumping your tanks. Little gauges on the top, green right round to red. It'll give you an indication of how much gas is left in each tank. So next compartment then is going to be your toilet cassette. So blue lever up and then just gently pull it out. Okay. Blue button there to release the pressure, and then to empty it, twist that round, unscrew, and then tip it down the black water disposal at the campsite. Close it back up and twist it back in. So to wash the tank out as well then, just pull that forward, twist that, and then you can flush the tank out. We do recommend, or we do ask that you clean this out for us just for health and safety reasons on return. Toilet chemical back in, close back up, back in, and then slide it gently back into the compartment and just make sure it's locked fully in place. Freshwater refill. Okay, so it just works like a diesel tank or a diesel cap with the habitational key there. In, unhook, and then that's where you fill up your freshwater tank. And the last compartment then on the passenger side is the diesel. All right, so it'll be full of diesel, you just return it back full, and again it's the engine key in and out. Front cab then of this little Petite Premier. If at any stage you get into the vehicle and you do find there's a loud buzzing noise, it's usually because you haven't retracted the step into the back of the van. So just put your step back in and that'll cut out the beeping noise. So again, nothing too complicated here. Automatic, this one. Gear stick doesn't move unless your foot is on the brake, and then your key won't come out of the ignition unless your vehicle is back in park. Lights, indicators, electric wing mirrors, and your electric window switch as well. So again, going to bed at night time, don't use the key to lock the vehicle, always use the button in the vehicle, okay? You will activate the sensors if you use the key, use the bathroom then, and the alarm will start screaming. So always the button on the dash. Touchscreen radio there, a USB points, and a 12-volt socket as well at the front. So your blinds in at the front of this vehicle, just pinch the little black bits there and pull it across, and same with the passenger side. They will meet in the middle with a magnet there, okay? During the day, slide them back in, and your window blinds work exactly the same. Just pinch and pull. So they are quite flimsy, they are just paper, okay? So just be delicate with them, and they clip in there. And same again, back, and in there for daytime. So the main control panel in this vehicle is just above your habitational door. You will also see there's a fly screen on that door. So that's your main on-off button. So some lights will come on as soon as you switch it on. So this control panel is very, very simple to use. Top one is your battery, fresh water, and your dirty water. So that'll be the water from your sink and your shower. So at the moment there you can see the leisure battery is not quite full, okay? So as you see it coming down into the amber and the red, then you'll know you'll need to get into a campsite and get charged up. Freshwater then is basically empty at the moment, and this one won't read at all because there's absolutely nothing in the tank. So as this one is coming down, in theory this one will fill up, so you'll know whenever you need to get fresh water you'll need to empty your dirty tank as well. There is a special attachment to do that, and I'll show you that in a wee second. Heating system on this vehicle then is the Truma heating system. So just push the button then to waken it up. So whatever one's flashing is the one that we'll be working with. And this is just a little wheel to move across them. So we'll start with the van. Just push the button. At the moment the heating's off. So you can turn it up to whatever temperature you want. The nice tropical 30 there. Whatever temperature you desire, then you just push the button. So at the moment there it's initially looking for the electric to try and start it, but it's not going to get it because we're not hooked up. Again, if you want to switch your heating off, back to off and push the button. And turn the wheel to your temperature for your water. Again, off, economical mode, hot mode, and boost mode. So hot normally takes 45 minutes to an hour to give you any hot water. If you want hot water fairly quickly, sort of half an hour, boost will be the one to go for. So whatever option you choose, then you push the button, and again, it's starting to look for electric there to heat it, so it is. Push the button again, switch it off. So this one will be your source of how you're going to heat your van or heat your water. So at the moment there it's sitting on electric, so we'll start at gas. And if you get your campsite, your gas is on, you want to use your gas to heat your van or heat your water, you just choose that option. And then so if you go back into any of these and you go to choose it, it's going to look for gas then to start to heat it. Okay. Back to that one. And then you have mix 1 and mix 2. So mix 1 and mix 2 will be a mixture of gas and electric to heat your van and heat your water. The 1 and 2 will depend on the campsite, the voltage at the campsite. They should be able to advise you. An electric 1 and electric 2, again, the same theory then. You can run everything, your heating and your hot water, off your electric only and save your gas. 1 and 2 then will be, again, determined on the voltage at the campsite. Back, and then this one here is just your vents. So that will close at the moment there. You go into vent, and then that's just sort of like your fan speed. So you will see little pockets around the van, just like this one down the bottom here. That is where you'll feel your warm air blowing out, and that will just control the speed. Okay, so this little vehicle then, you have front dining area with your TV and some storage compartments. There's a little button in the middle, just push it down to access your cupboards. And again, your remote control will always be in the cupboard closest to the TV. Window blinds then on this little vehicle, just little pull down ones there, fly screens for during the day, and then you have your night blinds as well, and just your little levers there for opening the windows. Skylights, again, fly screens if they're open, night blinds for the evening time. And if you want to open your skylight, push the button, drop the handle down, and then just follow the track on the roof. Back up to closed. Kitchen area, everything again, same. Storage compartments, your blinds, your little fridge freezer here. So we'll always have this on for you, and we'll always leave it on automatic, okay? That means it'll find its own source. So at the moment there, it's lit on A and it's looking for gas. It's not going to find it, so it's going to default and possibly bleep in a few seconds, but it'll reset. So again, pretty decent sized fridge there. It's a nice little freezer compartment. Keep your ice cubes cold. And then you have your little gas oven here. And your sink and 2-ring gas hob here. So again, like any standard gas cooker, push down, turn, pilot light to get it going, okay? If there's nothing coming through, then obviously you need to make sure you've turned your gas on. And then just your little shower. Sink. Double bed. And this one, little ladder to climb up into it. And again, storage compartments, little lights, USB ports, etc. up there. And just below, some great storage in this wee van as well in the interior part. So bathroom. So as you can see, you got your sink and your toilet and your ductboard for your shower. So again, seat swivels just to give you a wee bit more leg room. Using the bathroom then, you need to open the toilet before you use it, just so everything drops into the tank below. So once you're finished, close the lid down, flush, and close the toilet back over. It just stops any smells and stuff coming back up in. It's very, very important that you have that toilet closed before you take the tank out outside. If not, and you try to pull the tank out, you will break this, okay? So it's always good practice, just when you're finished, to make sure your toilet is always closed. Storage compartment, and then inside your little sink area. So there is a shower in here. This is a slightly unique bathroom. So as you can see, there's a little plastic lever here. Push that lever in and it releases the sink. That pulls round and that gives you your shower. So just as I mentioned earlier, there is a special attachment to release the wastewater from this vehicle. So again, we always try and keep it as close to the sink area as we can. And that is what it looks like, okay? It looks like a small wheel brace. So I'll show you what you need to do with this. So just to the passenger side of the vehicle, if you look underneath the vehicle, you will see a pipe. And just beside the pipe, you'll see a little metal bar. And that is where that little brace hooks onto. Okay, so you put it on and you twist it. And then the dirty water from your sink and your shower will drain out from there. And then whenever you're done, put it back up. And please don't take this out of the vehicle. It must stay with the vehicle at all times. So this is just a slightly different layout in the Petite Premier. The workings will all be exactly the same as the previous one in the video. Still get your front lounge area. The big difference here is this one here has the corner bed slightly lower down, okay? Your heating system will be here as opposed to above the door. Bathroom as well, slightly different layout in the bathroom, okay? So all in one. So again, toilet, nothing complicated here. You do need to move your sink out of the way to use the toilet. So again, up, and your lever then is to the side here, okay? And then you can push your sink in out of the way. Again, storage compartment, shower door then, just clipped up the top here for safety reasons so it's not slapping about whenever you are driving. Just pulls across then to open up into your shower area. Okay, so in our Petite Premier range then, this is just an additional layout that we have. So again, still got your front dining area. The difference for this one, at the back you have an island bed accessible from both sides, okay? This van is slightly longer than the previous ones, just because of that bed. And we are back to the split bathroom here as well. So you've got your toilet and your sink, and then push the plastic lever in and pull round to access your shower.